A very good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News on Rajya Sabha television. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you. All the developing news stories at the top of one coming up ahead in the next 30 minutes, starting with the headlines. Ahead of the budget session, Lok Sabha Speaker are to meet all party leaders today to ensure smooth functioning of Parliament. Vice President and Prime Minister lead nation in paying homage to Mahatma Gandhi on his 71st death anniversary. Special prayer meeting organized at Rajghat. On 71st death anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, Prime Minister Modi to dedicate a Salt Satyagraha Memorial at Dandi to the nation. Supreme Court comes down heavily on Karti Chidambaram for not cooperating with the investigations in money laundering cases, asks him to deposit a surety of 10 crore rupees before travelling abroad. And Supreme Court refuses to stay amendments to the SCST Act once again, schedules next hearing in the case for 19th of February. The top story this afternoon, Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan will hold an all-party meeting ahead of the budget session in the evening today. Now, the meeting is called for the smooth functioning of both the houses during the session. Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu has also called for a meeting tomorrow morning on the same issue. The budget session will begin from tomorrow. The session will begin with the address of President Rajnath to the joint sitting of both the houses of Parliament, and the interim budget will be presented on 1st of February. The session, which is the last parliamentary session of the Modi government, will conclude on 13th of February. The nation remembered Mahatma Gandhi on his 71st death anniversary today, with the President, Vice President and the Prime Minister leading the country in paying homage to the father of the nation. The day is also observed as a Martyrs' Day. Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated on this day in 1948. Several programs are being across the country on the occasion. President Rajnath, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid floral tributes at Gandhi's memorial at Rajghat in New Delhi. Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and several union ministers also paid homage to the father of the nation at Rajghat this morning. Former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and Congress President Rahul Gandhi also paid rich tributes to Gandhi at his memorial. Meanwhile, the nation observed a 2-minute silence at 11 a.m. on Martyrs' Day today. And a special prayer meeting was also organized at Rajghat on the occasion. The President, the Vice President and the Prime Minister also attended the Sarv Dharma Prarthana. Meanwhile, on this day, the officials and employees of the Rajya Sabha Secretariat also observed silence at 11 a.m. at the Parliament House. The Secretariat employees also paid tributes to the father of the nation.
जनवरी को 11 बजे पूरा देश राष्ट्रपिता महात्मा गांधी की स्मृति में अपनी श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करता है। तो आज राज्यसभा के सचिवालय के अधिकारी कर्मचारियों ने यहाँ इकट्ठा होकर, पहले ये अलग से किया जाता था कार्यक्रम, लेकिन कई बार इसकी आवाज़ नहीं आ पाती थी, तो इस बार गेट नंबर 11 के सामने इकट्ठा होकर के सभी कर्मचारियों और अधिकारियों ने एक साथ महात्मा गांधी जी के प्रति अपनी श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित की है और उनके बताए हुए सिद्धांतों पर चलने का संकल्प लिया है।
The President, the Vice President and the Prime Minister today paid tributes to the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, on his death anniversary. In a Twitter message, President Rajnath Kovind said, "We gratefully remember Mahatma Gandhi and the countless freedom fighters who sacrificed their all for our independence." Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu said, "On this Martyrs' Day, I join all countrymen in paying homage to Mahatma Gandhi and all the valiant people who had sacrificed their lives for the country." And remembering Mahatma Gandhi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said, "On Bapu's Punya Tithi, we reiterate our commitment to follow the path shown by him and abide by the values he stood for." The Prime Minister also paid tribute to all those who laid down their lives for the country. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi will today dedicate to the nation the National Salt Satyagraha Memorial at Dandi in Gujarat on Mahatma Gandhi's death anniversary. The memorial has statues of Mahatma Gandhi and 80 Satyagrahis who had marched with him during the historic Dandi Salt March. The Prime Minister is also scheduled to address a public meeting later in the day. And before visiting Dandi, the Prime Minister will lay the foundation stone for the extension of the terminal building at Surat Airport. The terminal building is being constructed at a cost of 354 crore rupees with an area of over 25,500 square meters. Once completed, it will have a peak handling capacity of over 1,800 passengers. The Surat Airport is the third busiest airport in the state. And while in Surat, the Prime Minister will also interact with the youth at the New India Youth Conclave. He will also inaugurate Rasila Ben Sevantilal Shah Venus Hospital in Surat. This will be Prime Minister Modi's second visit to Gujarat this month. And on to some other news. Now, the Supreme Court has criticized Karti Chidambaram for not cooperating with the investigations in the INX Media and the Aircel Maxis cases. The Apex Court also asked Karti Chidambaram to appear before the Enforcement Directorate in the month of March for 4 specified days for questioning in connection with the cases. While the court granted Karti Chidambaram permission to travel abroad, it asked him to deposit 10 crore rupees as a surety amount. It also asked him to file an undertaking that he would return and cooperate with the investigation. And Karti, remember, has sought a permission to travel to France, Spain, Germany and the UK for international tennis tournaments from 10th to 26th of February and 23rd to 31st of March. Karti, son of former Union Minister P. Chidambaram, is accused of money laundering in both the cases. And the Supreme Court today once again refused to stay amendments to the SCST Act, which rules out any provisions for anticipatory bail for the accused. A bench headed by Justice U.U. Lalit said that it would hear a batch of petitions challenging the amendments to the Act along with the centre's review plea on 19th of February for final disposal. The Supreme Court's decision came after senior advocate Vikas Singh, appearing for one of the petitioners, sought an immediate stay on the changes to the Act. The Apex Court bench said that the issue required hearing in detail and it would be appropriate if all the matters were heard on 19th of February. Remember, in August last year, the Parliament had passed the amendment bill overturning a 20th of March Supreme Court order that barred arrests without a preliminary inquiry to avoid the false implication of innocent people under the Act. BJP President Amit Shah will start his party's poll preparation in Uttar Pradesh by addressing booth-level presidents of Kanpur, Bundelkhand and Awadh regions today. Amit Shah will address the booth presidents of Kanpur, Bundelkhand region at Nirala Nagar in Kanpur, and later in Lucknow he will speak at a similar event for the Awadh region at Kanshi Ram Smriti Upvan. The BJP chief will later address a booth in charges of Western Uttar Pradesh in Amroha on 2nd of February and Braj region in Etah on 6th of February. And earlier, BJP President Amit Shah held rally in Odisha's Cuttack as well as in West Bengal's Midnapur on Tuesday. Addressing the public rally, Amit Shah launched a scathing attack on the Mamata Banerjee government and vowed to uproot it in this Lok Sabha election. He said that the upcoming election is not about electing Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister again, but for making West Bengal into Sonar Bangla again. Amit Shah also accused the Mamata Banerjee government of rebranding the central government schemes as her own.
बंगाल के अंदर भी पुराना बंगाल हमें चाहिए, रविंद्र संगीत से गूंजता हुआ बंगाल चाहिए, चैतन्य महाप्रभु के कीर्तन की आवाज फिर से एक बार सुननी है, स्वामी विवेकानंद और रामकृष्ण परमहंस से उनके पैदल विचरण से सुगंधित बंगाल चाहिए। तो बंगाल के अंदर मित्रों लोकतंत्र मजबूत करना पड़ेगा। तो मित्रों एक मौका भारतीय जनता पार्टी को दे दो। मैं आपको कहना आया हूं, मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हम सोनार बांग्ला का निर्माण फिर से एक बार करेंगे। सोनार बांग्ला।
And later in the day, President of the BJP held a second rally in Cuttack, Odisha. He criticized Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik for allegedly restricting the people from taking direct benefits of the central government's various welfare schemes.
मैं ओरिया वासियों को अपील करने आया हूं, आपने कांग्रेस को लंबा मौका दिया, उड़ीसा का विकास नहीं हुआ। आपने 19 साल नवीन बाबू को विकास मौका दिया, ओडिशा का विकास नहीं हुआ। एक 5 साल मोदी जी को दे दीजिए, हम ओडिशा को देश का नंबर 1 प्रदेश बनाएंगे।
And Home Minister Rajnath Singh on Tuesday called up West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and expressed serious concern over the reports of violence against people who participated in BJP President Amit Shah's rally in East Midnapur district in the state. Now, during the telephonic conversation with Mamata Banerjee, Rajnath Singh asked her to take action against those who indulged in violence. The BJP alleged that the buses in which the party workers were returning from Amit Shah's rally were ransacked and set on fire, allegedly by the TMC activists. The Trinamool Congress, on the other hand, has claimed that the BJP workers had attacked a local TMC party office in Karti and vandalized it. And Congress President Rahul Gandhi visited Kochi in Kerala on Tuesday and met booth-level party workers. He said that the Women's Reservation Bill will be passed on a priority basis if a Congress party was voted to power in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. Attacking the policies of the Modi government, he alleged that the Prime Minister had done nothing for the farmers and assured that the Congress government would ensure their welfare.
That the first thing that we are going to do when we win the 2019 election is pass the Women's Reservation Bill in Parliament. And we will ensure that in every election, many more youngsters and women participate.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu interacted with the students of Kendriya Vidyalaya schools from Tamil Nadu today. He said that a quality education nurtures the young brains and equips students with the right set of skills to face the world with confidence. He urged the students to identify and pursue their goals with full dedication and commitment. He said that the quest of seeking answers in students will help them develop critical and analytical facilities. And for the teachers, Naidu said that they must guide students not just in academics but also help them to develop essential life skills.
Quality education nurtures the young brains and equips students with the right set of skills to face the world with confidence. Good education acts as a vehicle to realize yours and your parents' dreams. Each of you must be having a dream, a goal you would definitely achieve provided if you work hard. It is important to be ambitious. It is important to excel in whatever you are planning to do. Each one of you can achieve your aims in life if you have persistence, patience, and proactive approach. Dr. Abdul Kalam ji has said, aim high, dream high, then you will be able to achieve. I only add one thing, aim high, dream high, but work hard. Then only you will be able to achieve that goal.
In midday news, we'll slip into a very short break. News and updates continue on the other side. Stay tuned.
The Indian middle class, the growth drivers of the nation. What will the budget mean for you and for your money? Will you be able to save more or splurge at will? Interim Budget 2019 decoded for you.
Succeeding Muhammad bin Tughlaq, 45-year-old Firoz Shah Tughlaq took over the reins of a shrinking Delhi Sultanate. As he decided not to capture the areas lost, Firoz Shah built another city to house his capital. Firozabad, the new city of Delhi, was chosen to be founded in the year 1354 on the banks of river Yamuna. The fort, which is today surrounded by a vast expanse of Delhi's urban growth, once stood as a symbol of an all-encompassing city. Firoz Shah Tughlaq's kingdom is also remembered for a department of charity called Diwan-e-Khairat. Within his city, he constructed several hospitals, sarais and roads. Opened a hospital for the poor in Delhi called Darul Shifa. Great gardens were laid out in the city. As per the account of Shamsi Siraj Afif, the number ran as high as 1,200 gardens. Though smaller in size than the mighty Tughlaqabad, massive ramparts were also built to withstand any attack.
An 8-member search panel formed to select the members of Anti-Corruption Ombudsman Lokpal held its first meeting on Tuesday. The committee is understood to have discussed modalities related to the appointments of the chief and the members of Lokpal. The committee is headed by former Supreme Court Judge Ranjana Prakash Desai, and other members include former Chief of State Bank of India Arundhati Bhattacharya, Prasar Bharati Chairperson A. Surya Prakash and former ISRO Chairman A.S. Kiran Kumar. The meeting comes days after the Supreme Court set up a February-end deadline for the search committee to send a panel of names who would be considered for the appointment as the chairperson and the members of the Lokpal. The Lokpal Act, which envisages establishment of anti-corruption bodies at the centre and states to look into cases of corruption against certain categories of public servants, was passed in 2013. 11 political parties of the Northeast have decided to oppose the Citizenship Amendment Bill. This was decided in the meeting of BJP and its alliance partners in the Northeast. It was also decided that a delegation will meet the President and the Prime Minister to convey their concerns over the issue. Leaders of the Assam Gan Parishad, the National People's Party, Mizo National Front were also part of this meeting. The Janata Dal United has also decided to oppose the bill. The proposed legislation seeks to provide Indian citizenship to non-Muslim nationals from Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan after 6 years of their residence in India.
The Cabinet has requested the Government India to review Again, in 18 January, there was a meeting. The cabinet reaffirmed that. Yesterday, again, had a meeting, and we rejected. We are against this bill. We are with the northeastern states.
1916 का विरोध करने के लिए समूचा नॉर्थ ईस्ट खड़ा हो गया है. सभी पार्टियां खड़ी हो गई हैं. सिविल सोसाइटी खड़ी हो गई है. जनता दल यू extend its full support to this 11-party committee.
According to global watchdog Transparency International, India has improved its ranking on a global corruption index in 2018. India moved up 3 points to rank 78 in the list of 180 countries in the world, with the top spot signifying the least corrupt country. Singapore moved up 3 spots to the 3rd place behind first placed Denmark and second placed New Zealand. Meanwhile, China slipped by 10 ranks to 87th place in the Transparency International's 2018 Corruption Perception Index. Pakistan is ranked 117 in 2018. The United States also fell from the 16th position to the 22nd position, tumbling out of the top 20 for the first time in recent years. And India and Kyrgyzstan have vowed to jointly combat the menace of terrorism and cooperate on de-radicalization. Visiting Foreign Minister of Kyrgyzstan met with External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj yesterday, where both the leaders reviewed their cooperation in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or the SCO, and the United Nations. Both the nations have also decided to step up ties in areas such as defense, development partnership, and trade. During the meeting, Chingiz Anderbeyov also briefed Sushma Swaraj on Kyrgyzstan's efforts to liberalize its economy, create business-friendly conditions and attract foreign investment, including that from India. Noting that more than 9,000 Indian students study in various Kyrgyzstan's educational institutions, both the leaders also acknowledged to enhance cooperation in the field of education by encouraging collaboration between the universities of both the countries. A top international focus, British MPs on Tuesday voted on a string of amendments to Prime Minister Theresa May's plan to change the direction of Brexit. With exactly 2 months left until Britain is due to leave the European Union, Parliament was trying to find a way forward by voting on different amendments. The MPs backed seeking alternative arrangements to replace the Irish backstop in May's Brexit plan. The proposal put forward by Tory MP Sir Graham Brady had the support of the government, and it won by 16 votes. Lawmakers voted 317 to 301 to order May to seek new terms with the European Union over the Irish border. Theresa May bowed to the pressure from UK lawmakers who demanded that she renegotiate her hard-fought Brexit deal. The British Prime Minister agreed to return to Brussels and reopen Brexit talks. Another amendment rejecting a no-deal Brexit also won the support of Parliament on Tuesday, but the vote was not binding, meaning that the date for the exit remains 29th of March. Members of Britain's lower house, however, rejected a proposal to give Parliament the power to delay Brexit. But the EU has said it will not change the legal text agreed with the UK Prime Minister. A spokesman for Donald Tusk, the President of the European Council, insisted that the Brexit deal is not open for renegotiation.
It is now clear that there is a route that can secure a substantial and sustainable majority in this House for leaving the EU with a deal. We will now take this mandate forward and seek to obtain legally binding changes to withdrawal agreement that deal with concerns on the backstop while guaranteeing no return to a hard border between Northern Ireland and Ireland.
Now, developments on the US-China trade front with high-level negotiations set to begin today. Chinese Vice Premier Liu He is in Washington for 2 days of crucial talks with the US aimed at staving off a deeper phase in the trade war that could begin on 1st of March if no agreement is reached by then. Chinese Vice Premier is set to meet US officials on Wednesday as well as Thursday. Efforts to resolve bilateral trade disputes between the two nations have been underway since the presidents of the two nations agreed to a 90-day truce. However, the talks come hot on the heels of Washington leveling sweeping charges against Beijing's telecommunications giant Huawei. The U.S. Department of Justice filed criminal charges on Monday against Meng Wanzhou, the chief financial officer of China tech giant Huawei. Market participants fear that the jolt to Huawei could undermine the chances of the world's two largest economies reaching a comprehensive trade deal. And before we end this news bulletin, take a look at the Beating the Retreat ceremony that was held at the Rajpath yesterday, which formally marks the end of the Republic Day festivities. So we'll leave you with these visuals. Thanks so much for watching.